Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's Open Gate Show, where I will analyze tomorrow's race card, June 21st, 2020. The Open Gate Show will always project that you should still continue to follow the health protocols regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, sanitize your hands, and surely rehydrate yourself with Jamaica's pure pride bottled water, pure water. Taste the experience of pure water we drink. Herbal Shore, a rooted tonic made from a dream that this person got. It has been creating a lot of waves, not only in the racing fraternity, but outside of it. And remember, I'm one that can give testimony on how it works. Call 876-426-7707, that's 876-426-7707, and tell them that you heard it on the Open Gate Show. Veteran groom, Mr. Lawrence Kerburn, he died in the United States at 60 years of age. He has won many races for LC and Richard Todd. And this veteran groom, he had migrated to the United States and he was working with Michelle Nevins at Belmont Park. Quite a popular figure at Belmont and well respected too. The Open Gate Show extends condolences to his family and friends. Our local horse racing, well, let me first get to the media. The media has become much of an arena that projects lots of things when you really look into what some people are saying on it. They're actually only doing it on the air to butter things up. But in reality, when you check it out, it ain't so. Great on the outside, but on the inside, it's definitely not so. We're talking local horse racing. First of all, I must commend Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited for showing some improvement on the complex. It's neater. You can see their workers working. Customer services are, well, it has improved a lot. The respective departments are accessible and improvement is there also. Lots of improvement. Great, you have to start somewhere. There have been lots of new ideas, some of which you will disagree with in the beginning. And I can say I was one who had disagreed with a few of what they have implemented. And then I see some of them really materializing. The reality of what Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited is doing, they are attracting punters into the game. Attracting punters, yes, you'll have more money coming into the game. But well, hopefully, the next move is to attract new owners or owners who have decided they are not going to come back into the game. They need to to create a revolution where that can be new owners, new horses. Naming the Super Stakes after the Hall of Famer and Guinness Book of Record inductee Winston Griffiths is one. But if Winston Griffiths, George Osang, and Emilio Rodriguez, as well as Charles Hussey, can attest to, they wanted to train horses. Maybe then, yes. Maybe now, no. These are Hall of Fame jockeys. These are the backbone of horse racing in the mid-70s onwards. They have created a lot of excitement. There should be a waiver by the Jamaica Racing Commission as well as the Supreme Bench. They could come in one accord and decide. And if they still want to train, they should allot them a license by waiving whatever other ways and means of obtaining same. Horse racing is a unique sport. Horse racing is Jamaica's main outlet. Yes, you'll have losers. Yes, you'll have winners. It is a family sport. It is a sport that everyone look at. And there's a revolution worldwide where gaming is the biggest investment. We can't afford to have only certain type of owners entering the game, investing in horses that are almost near to retirement. Yes, you have to have a race card, and I'm sure everyone wants to pick 6 and to pick 9. It doesn't matter what type of races are being there, it seems. The announcement by Clovis Metcalf, the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission chairman, that there is an intention of getting 50 horses from overseas to auction here in Jamaica so that there could be an improvement in the quality races. Yes, that's a good idea, brilliant idea. But there has to be there has to be an increase in purse. There could be an increase where it is so great, if it's in for 2 years and it can taper down, but you have to bake the cake to look attractive. Those increases surely would get a lot of new investors into the game. Remember, Jamaican horse racing, I think it's the only racetrack that is open. Recently, I think Trinidad just started. Jamaica is so unique. The Jamaican brand in everything is so remarkable, except for the criminal activities. The Open Gate Show is doing its part in trying to ensure that racing is better. Every day we get older, and my dream personally, I'd love to see better racing for one and all. Not because I'm critical, means I'm against racing. I can't be silent because that's not me in certain aspects. And my contribution is as such, where a lot of fans look forward to it. Example, analyzing the race card, not my final selections, but how I analyze each race, as well as giving information on how they're looking and how they're, the whole shebang. So let's get to tomorrow's race card. It starts at 12:20 p.m. and it's It's a very interesting card. It looks easy, surely. But, nothing is easy. As you can see, got a girl losing. As you can see, one of a kind running last. So, happy goes the lucky. Let's start the first race. 11 starters. It's for 4s and up. Non-winners of 3 lifetime. They go 6.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters. Number 1, Lava Boy, recently won, and really won in an improved fashion. I should say, Gareth about his barn, really firing. And the Open Gate Show applauds Team Sabrati. Lava Boy here, though, he has competed with a few. As a matter of fact, on the 17th of May, he ran second by 9 lengths to the out-of-class makeup artist who is here waiting on him again. Can he run the second again? I don't think so. Number 2, Shaboom, useful filly who could be part of the lower outcome behind makeup artists. Number 3, Colbert, recently claimed by Colin Ferguson for the Seeker. Remarkably, immediate, this horse came off a 2 months, 2.5 months respite on the 7th of June and got a lot of attention in a very strong field and showed speed that he has never shown before, but ended up 17 lengths. Surely that's a good signal. He's back here amongst some of the a few of those who competed in that race. Should be fitter, but has makeup artists to beat. I'm expecting a good run from this one. Number 6, Lord of Agilon, ran very poorly on last. It's the 7th of June. In that race that Colbert ran into, finished 9th by 20 lengths. You can throw that out. And the Cardenas returns after that May 15th good run, going a mile, when he looked dangerously approaching the furlong point and stayed on to be third, 1 3/4 lengths behind favorite is and fearless champion. Number 8, makeup artist, what can I say? 2 career starts, 2 huge performances over a similar trip of 5.5 furlongs. Going a furlong longer shouldn't perturb this horse, and I'm expecting this horse to win once again. Number 9, Versatile Vision. Came out of that race that Colbert and Lord of Agilon, as well as Shaboom, ran into. And even number 11, Attorney General, ran well enough, was the leader approaching the furlong point and ended up third, 5.5 lengths. O'Shane Nugent gets the call this time around. Versatile Vision has some catching up to do. I don't think this horse will be in the first 3. Number 11, Attorney General, sat in a catbird seat at last and just took the second place by 4.5 lengths from the tiring rivals. Could do that again, but I don't think that the second spot is there for her taking. Number 8, makeup artist, easily. Number 3, Colbert. Number 6, Lord of Agilon. Number 11, Attorney General. Number 9, Versatile Vision. We go to race number 2. And that race, 8 horses were declared. They go 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. It's for nearly about 5 years and up, who have never won 4 races in their career. Number 1, Berry Boy. 3rd run in 2 weeks. Quite a lot. Back at 7 furlongs, where On May the 17th, this horse ran a very good third at 59-1, finishing the length behind Inspired Miracle and Out on a Limb. Came back over the similar distance against maybe a weaker field and got good support 3-1 and ran 7th, 29 lengths. On June the 12th, 5 furlong straight with first-time visor. Broke slow and ran good enough out the straight from a poor draw, finishing 3.5 and 6 to St. Michael, Black River and Ekin Dance. He's back. I don't expect this horse to win. I don't expect this horse maybe to even run second. But who knows? Number 2, Blood, Sweat and Tears, looking in good condition. He's stranded out a bit, lost some fat, some body fat, and looking okay, happy at exercise. But this horse flatters the disease, not only on paper, but on the exercise track. Very, very light this time around. Blood, Sweat and Tears surely should be a very dangerous animal comes tomorrow. Number 3, Nuclear Emma, up in class after that facile win, going 6.5 furlong on 25th of May. Not beating much, and has speed and can quicken. Paul Francis rides again. Number 4, Uncle Vernon, trying to find a distance that he will enjoy. Well, I think he's a sprinter, but regardless, maybe the connection thing different, being by catching a train out of Conquest or Seal, which normally have them going longer. Uncle Vernon, I'm expecting a good run, but I am not thinking of a win. Number 8, Inspired Miracle, up in grade after that head bob finish, beating Out on a Limb and Berry Boy, who was a length behind those two. Inspired Miracle. Miracles always inspired me. I'm one that prays mentally several times per day, and I always like this horse, Inspired Miracle. Anyway, my top 3, number 2, Blood, Sweat and Tears, number 8, Inspired Miracle, then number 1, Berry Boy, number 3, Nuclear Emma, number 4, Uncle Vernon. Race 3 has 8 starters, similar to race 2. But they will be going 800 meters or 4 furlongs straight before 4.5, who've never won 2 races in their lifetime. Number 1, Angelos, making her seasonal debut, looking okay at exercise. It's fairly well bred, has speed. Not sure this horse will do well when I saw the overnight. But in looking back at her and how she exercises, Angelos looks to be a different animal, and I'm expecting a very good run. Number 3, Fascination, will be a late run starter, had a fatal mishap on Thursday afternoon, and it's a pity that we have such incidents outside of Caymanas Park, but it's part of what horses need to do. So one of those things, yes, but for the owners, it's a different feeling. Number 4, Power Man. Last 4 starts were over this route, 4 furlong straight. On only 1, he ran well at, and that was the 24th of April rather, when he ran well enough to be 2.25 lengths third to Lord of Agilon and John P. Could be part of the lower end of the board. Number 7, Adoration. Won on debut the 25th of January 2020 by 10 lengths over the 5 furlong straight. In a good time and won effortlessly. tested for Lasix, and it's ironic this horse was not slated to have Lasix, but things happen. There's a saying, "All water walk up pumpkin belly." Well, that's it. That's if it's that way. It could be our water comes into a steel ball in the middle of a steel ball. Anyway, let's forget those innuendos. Adoration made its seasonal debut after a year and 5 months. Sojourn. I wasn't impressed with how he won. Yes, he could have needed the race. Yes, he wasn't training in a manner that could get him fitter, as he was trotting most of the time and going to the equine pool most of the times. That may be, well, that I don't think that was enough. He's here now, facing number 8 commissioner, who he had to fight all the way to stave off by a neck. Much fitter, this Adoration. But Adoration as a serious issue. Don't think he will be beaten tomorrow, though. Number 8 commissioner, back, and really has transformed since entering the stables of Rowan Massey. Should be a factor when this is done. I'm taking number 7 Adoration. From number 1 Angelus, number 8 Commissioner, number 4 Powerman. Race 4 is a race that could be very tricky. Well, it's not really could, it is. We again have 8 starters, and it's 4 children up. It's an optional claiming race, 350,000, as well as 6-year-olds who have never won 4 races in their lifetime. 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 1, Buckalock, unreliable, but seemingly has issues that would cause this mare to be so unreliable. Number 2, Balazzo has speed, but up in claim after his second place 5 lengths effort last week on the minimum curve trip when chunked by number 3 here, that's Snooky Topaz. Balazzo, much lighter now, and 6 furlongs at this time so quickly, surely a concern, at least to me. And 3, Smoky Topaz, quickly back, even though was uncomfortable returning to the winner's enclosure, capable of winning if he is physically okay. 6 furlongs won't perturb this one. Number 4, Papa Albert ran well out the straight against a good set on the 25th of May, finishing 2¼ lengths third to the Danger Big Paul. Was making some headway rapidly. The distance of 6 furlongs ain't a worry, and the interesting choice of riders could definitely be a plus, if you know what I mean. Number 6, Cup of Soup, hasn't done much since breaking her maiden on the 15th of May, going 5½ furlongs at the 450,000 tag. Down a notch now. Ran evenly after that, after some very dismal display. This horse gets the Cardenas, and really and truly, you know, the top jockeys, especially Cardenas and Dane Nelson, they're on horses that makes you wonder. I'm not talking this time though with Cup of Soup, because if Cup of Soup is okay, Cup of Soup could be given her connections cups of soup in the winner's enclosure. I don't think so though. That's my opinion, surely. And Sam Prince Samo has won 3 consecutive races, all over varied distances. Fit and focused. but need more against these, surely. Number 8, Awesome Aviator, another who is dropping down from a higher claiming tag. And has a heart of trying and could be part of the outcome. Number 4, Joe Papa Albert from number 8, Awesome Aviator. Number 7, Prince. Number 3, rather, Smoky Topaz. Number 7, Prince Amo. Number 6, Copper Soup. Race 5, we are at the halfway stage. And this race is not 8 starters, but 16, twice the amount. They'll be going 6.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters for 4s and up. Claiming tag 150,000 to 180,000 with 6-year-olds who have never won 2 races, as well as 6-year-old maidens. Number 2, Movie Star. Back to where he can be competitive. Well, he won at this distance in this claiming class on the 20th of May, beating Lady Carmen and Eve the Real Links. Movie Star should be considered. Number 4, Stan Roy looks the logical choice, especially if he holds up to his last 2 performances. Slowed out the gate for a lot, but still makes challenging moves regardless. So, Stan Roy must be one of their top selection. Number 5, The Next Big Thing, was beaten by number 4, Stan Roy by 5.5 lengths when they met in that May event. But she was coming off a 5.5-month hiatus, this Next Big Thing. Failed to show much 2 weeks later in that race when getting lots of attention on the board. The Next Big Thing is a horse that, there are a few horses that flatters to the seas. And this horse definitely is one. Be careful. This horse has some issues. Number 6, Jamaican Storm, could get into your low exotics. Number 7, Pindus Valley, last 3 starts were okay, and then Nelson's presence, and now it's a plus. Number 9, Bigman Union, capable of bettering these, but is grossly unreliable, regardless of his last 2 races, which were very, very poor. He has to be respected, especially he won't mind coming off a layoff. Number 11, Golden Eye, another possibility here for a low exotic placing. Number 12, Storm on the Sea, freshened, and this could, and also could get a low placing on the board. Number 13, Twilight Storm, similar, low placing on the board. Well, on the exotic, in your exotics, that is. Number 16, Top Eagle, claimed from last 2 days over 2 weeks ago. And New Connection drops this horse immediately down to the lowest tag, capable of going all the way. But lots of horses are capable of doing things, and they don't. Number 4, Stan Roy. Number 16, Top Eagle. Number 2, Movie Star. Number 5, Next Big Thing. Number 9, Bigman Union. Any of these can win. Race 6. As we get along on the Monday race card, this race has a distance of 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters. 16 horses are slated to run. It's for Nelbert Trios. It's a maiden condition race. Number 1, Nakamura, sorry. This horse has stepped up at exercise and will be getting first-time tongue tie as well as first-time Lasix. Has a lot to prove. Number 2, Artisha, back from almost 2 months respite. Looking a wee bit better since its last race. Raced 4 times, 3 times out the straight, 1 time on the curve, 7 furlongs. In the 7 furlongs event, didn't do anything, but in the other 3 races out the straight, ran well. Well, she's back on the curve. My concern, though, is Trainer Richard Azan, one of our top trainers. His barn is very, very cold. I don't know what is happening, but it's the time. But for that reason, I'm taking Artesia and putting her on the back seat of my top 5 selections. Number 4, Sensational Gold, a debutant, born the 29th of May, Chestnut Coat by Sensational Slam, out of Lady in Gold by War Marshall. The breeder, Aston Marsh, older trainer, Rondell Scott, the groom, Everton Dixon. I don't know why I'm suspicious of this colt. Maybe I know him, maybe I don't. But something tells me that this horse has use. Look at the thought board, and if you're satisfied that there's stable confidence, then you can tuck this horse somewhere in your exotic wagering. Number 6, Colorado Danger, consistent horse who has been placing on the lower end of your superfecta and high 5 plenty, and that could be the same here tomorrow. Number 7, another champion, well-bred colt who is related to Hall of Famer horse and top racehorse, my word. Ain't a like he though, but could develop into a useful horse. Should have learned something from last week's debut run, when finishing third, 11 lengths behind Simba the Lion and Turn on the Light. Is stretching out to a more suited distance and a much improved effort should be there. Number 8, Enrapture, another fashionable bred entry who is improving. Gets a furlong, another furlong to relax and should get into the top 3. I'm not really impressed with Enrapture's physicality. When I say that, she's long and tall and slender. However, for the past week, she has put on some weight and some sheen, and could be just that, a raw bone horse that can run. Jerry Sobrati's barn really fired some Scott missiles. Number 9, Maya, a better break could make her part of the high 5 again. Number 10, Minded Cat, 3 months since he last raced, after showing use in all 2 career starts. Yet the distance at this time, though, should be tough. From sprinting and now
check out KD's vehicle headlamp and restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.
Up with the leaders. As a matter of fact, it took up the lead and pulled away to about 2.5 lengths in front of the second horse. Gradually Wheaton, at the furlong point, he was second. Sorry, at the furlong point, he was fourth by 7 lengths, and he Wheaton rapidly to be fifth by 16 lengths behind Positive ID, who won by 6.5 lengths. Kyle Alexis was there in second, and Meyer in third. Both horses he will be facing. But I think 7.5 furlongs should be a better journey for this horse. Don't expect him to win, but could run a much improved race. Number 7, another champion. I'm expecting that one to win. Number 8, Enrapture. Number 9, Maya. Number 2, Artesia. Number 6, Colorado Ranger. In that order. But number 14, Bigman Baden, could be placed in the low exotics. Go for a short break, and when I return, 3 more races. Race 7. The Open Gate Show wishes all fathers a happy Father's Day. Surely, Father's Day ain't much, it seems. It's Mother's Day, and that's everything is all about. Boy, speaking about the females, all dads, especially those who love and take care of their kids, the Open Gate Show and crew wishes all of you a happy Father's Day. Working with the champion, reigning champion trainer John Gostin in England, and he has a lot to tell us about his experience with horses there and how grooms look after horses and so many things. I had a brief talk with him, and I tell you, as a veteran, I was really thrilled. I learned a lot, and I'm sure he will be projecting some very, very interesting ideas and experience. Frankie the Tory and other jockeys, remember to subscribe to the Open Gate Show. Remember to experience the taste of pure water. If you don't see it at supermarkets and outlets, you ask for it. If it's not there next time, all you need to do is get to the manager and demand it. Experience the taste of pure water we drink. Race 7 goes 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters, and 9 horses were declared, and it's for children up, overnight allowance. Sorry, not race 9. Did I say race 9? If I did, it's race 7. Number 1, Mahogany, makes its seasonal debut, coming off a 6-month hiatus, looking his old self, and that's making him long gone against these. Number 2, Universal Boss, fairly consistent gelding who could get a placing on the lower end of the board. Number 6, Ras Emmanuel, game 9-year-old who will likely make the exacta. Number 8, Laban from the stables of Richard Zan, should get third. I'm selecting number 1, Mahogany. From number 6, Ras Emmanuel, number 8, Laban, number 2, Universal Boss. That's a straight superfecta of which you can dive. The water is pure and clean and the pool is full. That I can tell you. All right, we're at race 8. 10 starters for children up in Native Britain who have never won 2 races in their career. They go 2 turns, 9 from 25 yards or 1,820 meters. Number 4, Pretty Cash, improving and attempting 2 turns after 3 consecutive career starts at 6 furlongs. Looking a bit sharper in the mornings, as well as his coat has improved. That run on last 12th of June, going 6 furlongs, when he finished 4th, 6.5 lengths, She's My Destiny, Bad Gallery, and Stablemate Maneuver. I think Pretty Cash will be even prettier tomorrow than then. Number 5, Sir John, consistent colt who should be part of the top 3. Number 6, Awesome Live, unbeaten by, well, not unbeaten, was beaten by the 2021 2000 Guinness winner. That's Miniature Man. On the 17th of April, going a mile. Finished second by 2 lengths to that one. And I had Daddy Jones, 1.25 lengths in third. Daddy Jones is here. The splits for that race. First 2, 23 flat. First half mile, 46 flat. First 6 furlongs, 111 and 2/5. The race finished in 141 and 2. And being beaten 2 lengths, you add 2/5 seconds, and that makes Awesome Live's second place finish in a time of 141 and 4/5. Awesome Live set the pace in her second career start. Surely this US imported filly, who is bred for speed and distance, regardless, on the 17th of May and the 15th of May, a month after that good run, when she was installed 3 to 5 and finished a floundering 21 lengths 8, the secret identity and show curling, you have to forgive you have to forgive that run, because I'm going to tell you, she's looking very, very sharp in the mornings, and I've never seen her looking that way before. Number 8, it is Catalina. The vibe is off now, so I'm expecting a better display. Number 9, Daddy Jones, was expected by a few to have classic hopes. Well, there are 2 more classics left. We'll see what happens. This horse ran very well in that race that Awesome Liz ran in on the 17th of May, finishing 3rd, 3 lengths behind Miniature Man and a length and a quarter behind Awesome Liz. His 2 subsequent outings were poor. Well, in the Guinness trial, 10th by 20 lengths, and came back in another non-winners of 2 race and finished 15, 28 lengths. Obviously, something went amiss. First time tongue time figure is on. Daddy Jones, I've been looking responsible like a size, but I'm not really too high on this one. I like some. Well, we'll see. Number 6, Awesome Liz. For number 4, Pretty Cash. Number 5, Sir John. Number 9, Daddy Jones. Number 8, Catalina. We come to the penultimate race, and that's race 9. A race that has 9 starters, and they're going 2 turns, 9 from 25 yards. 2 races tomorrow that will be going this journey, or 1,800 meters. Number 1, Flame Carrier. This flame surely carried a lot of cash down the drain. In Earth 3, career starts yet. Number 2, Fighting Cowgirl, small US imported filly who has already won on the 31st of January, going a mile. Easily, not against much. Comes here off a short break, fairly well trained, and is expected to do well. Number 3, Big Julie. The second in Passat entrant here. I must say, this trainer has graduated to be one of the top 4 trainers currently at Caymanas Park. Shout out to Team Passat. Big Julie is superbly bred and should easily get a distance of ground. And you know, he'll be more comfortable going to that journey. He by tapping out of Blues in the Grass by Bluegrass Cat. So speed and stamina is there. He has to be the one to beat, as I'm applying to think he will emerge a top Derby contender. Remember, you heard that on the Open Gate show. Barring nothing unforeseen happening to this lovely looking colt. Number 4, Regal and Royal, flattered with the 3rd place 2.5 lengths finish behind Miniature Man and Further and Beyond in the Guinness trial on the 5th of June, and deceived in the 2,000 Guineas with a 6th place finish 10 lengths behind the winner. Joining inside then, and I think that could have been some concern. Better join now, so let's forgive him in the 2,000 Guineas. The blinkers is off. Well, let's see. Number 5, Positive ID, bred to be a late developer on the dam line, being by Bubble by Il Orphan. Il Orphan is a very, well, it's positive. Its positives are very tough, but they take a while to develop, and we wish the stable of Michael Mahler all the best, and I think that this horse is aimed at the Derby come September. Number 7, Anna Link, could hang around for a place in the lower order. Number 3 though, Big Julie. From number 2, Fighting Cowgirl. Number 5, Positive ID. Number 7, I and I Link. Final race, race 10. An interesting race. Oops. And we have a lot of people who have listened to the Open Gate show last Friday and are very pleased with the analogies as it helped them. Well, it didn't help them to win the last pick 6, because it was 5 of 6 that carried it. But, of course, other exotic bets, including the first pick 6, I'm sure they got help from the Open Gate show. At this point in time, the Open Gate show is applauding Supreme Frontiers Racing Entertainment analysts, as well as analyst Michael Tane. Surely he has improved and is a real jewel to Supreme Frontiers Racing Entertainment Limited in analyzing the races, how he sees it. Also, I should commend the assistant commentator. He has been improving, and we wish him all the best of luck. All right, let's get to the final race. Race 10, 16 starters for Thrills and Up, optional claiming 750,000. They go some furlongs or 1,400 meters. Number 2, Azaria, came with a very good run out the straight. Surprisingly, that was on the 5th of June. Finished 3.5 and 3rd at 5th Street 1 to Cartel, Mr. Ambassador, who he will be meeting. And he closed rapidly and should be more focused this time. I really must applaud owner Barrington Bernard. He has been making some good claims, some high claims, and immediately they are turning around. A gentleman who seemingly look after his horses as if he's looking after his kids, and the Open Gate show, sir, applauds you. Number 3, Bimini, weakened to be 3 lengths behind number 2, Azara, in that 5 furlong straight race. I've been weakening in all recent races, so only a low exotic order on your high 5 can be envisaged. Number 4, Dysfunctional, I've been coming off a few layoffs quite a number of times. Not really doing well of recent. Race once this season from a 4.5 month hiatus is one to look very impressive almost always when galloping on the fast track. Saw this one the other morning and I said, wow, who's that horse? And when I found out it was Dysfunctional, I said, oh, but somehow I kind of like him to get into the top 4 at least tomorrow. Number 5, Royal Vibes, not raced since March 21st. Number 7, Blind Fate, will be getting first time tongue tie after 26 career starts without. Her last was too poor to get my interest for a win here. Number 8, Bruce Wayne, will need this race. Number 13, Purple Wayne. Quite a number of Wayne in this race. Anyway, Purple Wayne should be the one for a top 3 slot. A possibility looks the one to beat. Number 16, City Council, I already won at this distance in the past. Can she win? Can she win tomorrow? Well, she came off a short respite and ran twice out the straight and now gets back on the curve with Shane Ellis. Food for thought? Not on my plate, but maybe on yours. Number 4, Dysfunctional. Number 13, Purple Wayne. Who should be the logical one? Number 2, Azaria, will surely run a good race. Number 16 for the Council. Number 7, Bruce Wayne. Quite